Well, hello everybody, welcome back to episode 164 by Let's Play Torment Tides of Numenera. I'm IVATOPIA, and apparently the sorrow's just broken in, and we're trying to work out what to do. Okay, it's broken in the tower. What are you again? What's attacking us again? Tell us what we should do. Where is the sorrow now? Go back to the sim chest. Go back to the archive diamond. I don't like this. Save that transfer my conscious into it. Merge consciousness, conscious transfer. Listen to the entry for Mickey again. Conscious transfer, merge consciousness. He said merge, not transfer, didn't he? Is that what I read? Oh shit! Did I read merge? Did I read transfer? I think it was merge. There is only a single entry for that. The same entry from when you acquired the word Mickey. The entry said he would try it next few days, but that entry is dated several months ago. If he did try it, he never entered anything about it. Fudge. Wall projector. Yeah, that might give him more chance. Picture of Aslan steel dome when the chest appears and the globe inside the diamond. Voice says the panel was not easy to find. There are no visible seams anywhere, but it seems to open once you know it's there. As soon as I found it, I had the transmissional wall projector moved to the new laboratory. I don't know what exactly destroyed the old location, but I know it was transmissional in nature. The projector should create a barrier large enough to surround the entire dome in case whatever was coming hunting again. Okay, that's what we need then. Wall protector again. Dominant rod. Sorrow, listen to that quick. The voices says, I don't know what the sorrow is exactly, just it's old, really old, and it doesn't pay much attention to established laws of space-time. Wonder just how established those laws really are. Anyway, I first came across the mention of it in my research of the tides. It appears to have been some kind of guardian against tidal abuse. Evidence suggests it may have been solely responsible for the destruction of one of the prior worlds. Voice-sized my experiments with consciousness transfer appear to have woken it. I don't believe it's after me specifically, but I have come to believe it was responsible for the destruction of my previous laboratory. Suddenly there's a tremendous popping sound. The air sizzles, causing every hair to stand to the end of your entire body to tingle dangerously. Spectral Man appears in front of you again. It puts its hands on your shoulders. Through you, you feel nothing. It's shattered the electric shield. If it breaks through the plasma window, we're done for. It looks at the hatch in the ground. As through it could see through it. What's your plan? We've got a plan, right? Try to merge my consciousness with Mercus. Yeah, what happened? You don't remember? I guess that's why you made me. He chuckles, then his face grows serious. You never tried to merge your conscious with hers. After researching it for a while, we discovered that doing so would snuff out your personality. You weren't content with me being the only one of us left, so we rejected that option and kept searching for some other way to do it. Let's merge my conscious with hers. He shakes his head. I'm afraid we can't. You rejected it before we could implement any kind of experiment. We need some kind of psychic substance for your consciousness and hers to reside in simultaneously. Me, the last cast off. Then we need a catalyst of some kind to create the resonance that would merge with her. It's certainly possible given time, but Sorrow's at a doorstep. Where's Sorrow? Go back to the side chest. Activate the wall projector. You find the panel mentioned in the archives. Once you know where it is, slides open easily. You place your hand on the black glass inside. It grows warm at your touch, and there is a smell of light rain. A low hum murmurs at the edge of your hearing, and the air outside the dome begins to shimmer. The shield appears spherical. You can only hope it will buy you some time against what's coming. Steel, go back to diamond. Do I return to that? Listen to the entry for wall projector again. Listen to the entry for Micah. Constructor transfer. Listen to the entry. Speak to Spectre Man. Conscious transfer. Let's see what we do with that. Your voice says the conscious transfer was a success. I transferred Mickey to a new body first. I clone of her. There appear to be no ill side effects after several days, so I performed the procedure on myself. I'll be watching both of us carefully over the next few weeks, but thus far I am very hopeful. I'm sure there will be unforeseeable long-term effects, but for the moment it seems to have found a way to starve off death. So I cannot imagine any long-term effects that could outweigh the benefit. That's how you start the cast off. Illusory glow becomes blank. The voice is speaking to the mind. There are no matching entries. Please restrain your query. Turn the stasis chamber. Go back. Go back to look at the chamber again. Go back to Cypher's chest. Again, what's attacking us? Tell me what we should do. Where's the star now? Go back to Cypher's chest. So apparently I can't do nothing to that. Great. Can I? Go back to Cypher and go back? No. So I've got to keep going through the thing in the archive there. So, there's nothing in this, right? Speak to Special Man, go to Arcade Diamond. Yeah, so I've got to sit to this. So what's to do with this? Speak to Spectral Man, go back to the Siphon chest. Again. Visor. Glow becomes blank and the voice speaks into your mind. There's no matching entries, please restate. Daughter. Match entries. Tabath. But the Tabath were fools, but they were skilled scavengers, gifted with the luck of having discovered the Underspire. I still don't know what the Underspire is, but I'm convinced it came from the Dala, the same people from which I gleaned the power of the tides and figured out the key to consciousness transfer. It's the best ratio for this type of success. Without the Underspire, they are little more than humans above average intelligence. Dalad. Unlock the other entries. This one is not in your voice, but the female voice that belongs to the Arkham Diamond itself. The Dala people are believed to have existed long before the Ninth World. Dala is probably not what they called themselves. Their true name is unknown. Name me. Great use of the Force referred to in the archives as the Tides, using them especially to affect individual psychics. This civilization of the Dala did not decline, but was completely wiped out by the creature called the Sorrow. Of course it is. So the Sorrow must have destroyed the Dala because of how they abused the tide. The weapon that caused Mel's illness was from the same civilization. Then it stands to reason illness is tidal in nature, like a tidal surge perhaps. If so, maybe there's some way you can undo it. The Spectre Advisors might know more. Spectre Advisor. Mara's sick because of tidal, possibly tidal surge. If that were true, yes, that would explain quite a lot, including why her sickness followed her from one body to the next. Ha, you're a genius. Thank you very much, but how do we solve it? If you don't mind me saying. I don't, but again, we're about to get killed, so let's carry on. The Spectral Advisor paces back and forth through his feet and never actually touch the ground. Could an equivalent surge undo the effects? No, that would require more power than either of our bodies are capable of generating. He stops and looks at you excitedly. But I think you discovered an exciting path of inquiry. It may take a few years, but the library rumbles and quakes as the sorrow pounds away below. Never mind, we don't have years. In a few minutes, we won't have anything. Great. Anything else I can ask you? What's new? What's sorrow now? Go back to Sanchez. Archive Diamond. Speak to Spectral Man. Go to chest. Listen to the entry for Dala again. Don't need that. The cliffs. The tides. The tides. Voice the tides have proven to be extremely fruitful path of exploration. Tiber don't realise that they have what they have unearthed. They say these trinkets as just more Numenera. They saw these trinkets as more Numenera, how you say it. But these forces may even have the power to turn back death itself. I certainly hope so, for her sake. Oh, great, I've had a screwed up. Hello, Sorrow. There's a hiss and a screech beneath the floor. Suddenly the metal hatch flies off its hinges, cracking the stone grass ceiling and smashing the glowing pedestal. What about my projector? The Spectral Man image disappears. A foul black cloud rises from the hatch, and the air is filled with unearthly wail and stench of rotten flesh. Tentacles lash out, slicing metal and scythe whatever they touch. A terrible face emerges from the cloud. It examines yours, then it turns attention to the chamber. Use demonstrate against the Sorrow. Leave her alone. I'm the one who... The conscious transfer. Take me. Attack the Sorrow. While the Sorrow is distracted, duck past it and down the hatch. Try the rod. With a shout, you shove the crystal deep into the Sorrow's form. Nothing happens. Sorrow turns its horrible attention to you. One of its tendrils darts towards you, slicing through both the strong glass wall and steel floor. Reaches your face and you feel nothing. The tentacle goes right through your body. You realise that the dome is fading away. No, your body is fading away as some device tugs it safely away to another location. What? So unearthly wail becomes a shriek. Through the Spectral Advisor's gone, you hear his voice in your head. Thank goodness the failsafe kicked in. You'll be safe through the girl and I are doomed. It'll be easy to recover, but I'm sure you'll He cuts off as the sorrow's tentacles flare. The laboratory all around it is blind fury. Tess and Diamond are cut to the ribbons. The chambers disintegrates in a ball of purple flame, and the last thing you see as your mind fades from this body is the face of the young girl melting and boiling to ash. Wow. Okay. Was there a way to pass what I just did? Because that basically what just happened is basically what she said. That it attacked me in the lab and he ran. Well, the safety things pulled me away and I did everything I could. Was there a way to actually save her at this point? Or was I just going through the panic that he went through? Okay, what's happening now? Ah, ghostly woman. This woman appears next to you. She stares at the door you just emerged from. Her eyes as round as the moon. I remember now all of it. I told you I was aware of everything while I was in the chamber. I remember my father abandoning me. I remember too how you risked your life for me. Huh? That just happened? What? So he already went for the hatch while I tried to stay and fight for her. After Sorrow destroyed the stasis chamber, I woke up here in the labyrinth. I wasn't aware though, not for a long time, not until you came in and started changing things. What do you mean I started changing things? She looks at you. Her eyes are brighter now, full of confidence. You are the last cast-off, the one my father created to witness this place, to command it. You have been changing labyrinth since you were first born. You are the one who will decide our fate. So you're not just a memory? No, she says, firmly certain. I'm not a memory, nor a reflection, nor a lagoon. I am Milky, or Mecca, whatever, the full consciousness of the Shinta God's daughter. In the mirror, the advisor said we could cure you by merging your consciousness with your father's. Her eyes widen. Could it be? Yes, the Renaissance chamber be used for that. She shuts her eyes with a wince and says, but it would require all of your consciousnesses, not just my father. No, I cannot ask you to do that. All of your consciousnesses. Give your life back. You have suffered more unjustly than any of us. I couldn't save you. All that I need to, so what do we do now? My life is not worth the lives of you and your siblings. Anyway, who knows, there may yet be another way to bring me back. She takes a deep breath. But if your choice it's your choice in the end, you must do what you think is right. I can't save you. You tried, which is more than I can say for my father. You risked your own life. She sighs deeply. Sighs, if you had died in there, you and every other cast-off would have never existed. Maybe there are some realities you can't change. Stand all that I need to. So what do we do now? She pointed to the door on the opposite side of Fathom. There is one more mirror. Enter it, open horizons, and end this for all of us.
I'm going.
Can you help me heal again? There's not much time. Okay, let me say. So by the sound of it, whatever I did in there, I couldn't have obviously saved her. I mean, that's the gist I'm getting from that. But maybe I could just run like a little chicken and she would have some harsh words for me. You left me as well when I actually tried. See what this one is. It's going to be another picture thing. Lie around the door, frame dims and flares like a roaring fire in a high wind. As you approach, the bars of the door shudder and bend. It wants to let you in. Place your hand on the surface and will it open. The door doesn't open at your touch. Instead, you are drawn into the door itself, as was before. Yeah, one of these again. Hopefully it's going to be a bit easier than the last one. A world revolves far below you. See what? Oh, is he like in a spaceship now? A sunset, a scarlet flaring on the horizon to the east. Deep indigo shadows fall, painting the planet with darkness. The finest shimmer of full screen distorts your vision, and the acceleration of the stations pushes warm and moist air across your skin. With a shock, you realise that the view before you is almost identical to the world you saw as you fell to the earth, just slightly higher. Oh, they kicked me up from up here. You hold it in gently flickering metal staff. Its carvings sliver underneath your fingers as we're alive. Okay, my doggy's whining at me. I think she wants to go outside. I have 30 seconds, MJ, this episode, okay? And we'll go out. So one little moment, please. Let me just read this. Click next one. Oh, actually, you know what? We're just going to end the episode here because time I finish this is going to be like a minute, isn't it? So we'll do this next episode while I run my dog out quick. Anyway, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. You've been awesome. Put any comments you want, and see you next time. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye, everybody.